For my second cultural assignment, I decided to go to a Mexican restaurant called Tacos Mexico, located on McLeod Trail. I picked this place because I heard a lot of positive things about it from my friends who are originally from Mexico and El Salvador, and they often talked about how authentic the restaurant is and how important it is to them and the Hispanic community in Calgary. When I first walked into Tacos Mexico, the first thing I noticed was the strong cultural representation within the restaurant. It wasn't just a restaurant, it felt like a place where people could reconnect with their roots, and the decorations and the music and even the rhythm of the conversations, they created a very warm and familiar environment for the people who grew up with this culture. And my friends instantly felt comfortable and at home, which showed me how important these kinds of businesses are for cultural expression in Calgary. My favorite part of it was that it wasn't a place that tries to westernize the Mexican culture, and that they stayed true to its identity with Mexican owners and the workers, they all spoke Spanish. Even though I didn't understand everything being said, I could see how easily people connected through shared memories, foods, and experiences. My friends were engaging in conversations with the servers about their background and place of origin. When it comes to understanding, this experience gave me a new appreciation for language exposure. Hearing Spanish in an authentic environment is very different from hearing it in class, because in class we learn at a slower pace, but at the restaurant, conversations moved at a natural pace. That exposure allowed me to understand how the language truly sounds in everyday communication between other people, and because of how fast people were speaking, I relied heavily on context clues, because my prior knowledge from Spanish class helped me by recognizing words like comida and pollo, which gave me hints to understand the overall meaning. Through this, I gained new cultural insight. For example, hearing the workers explain why certain dishes are meaningful or traditional helped me see the cultural significance behind the food and traditions. For my unfamiliar items, the first one is sopa de tortilla, which I had never heard of before, but my friend ordered this and explained that it's a traditional soup made with crispy tortilla strips, rich broth, and seasonings that vary depending on the region. However, it is most popular in the Mexico City area. Another item was horchata, which is a sweet cinnamon-flavored drink. I knew it existed, but I didn't understand or realize how many different versions there are depending on the country. This one is a Mexican version, which is rice-based and is especially popular and has become a cultural symbol in many Latin American communities. And then the last unfamiliar dish was a birria, which is a slow-cooked beef or goat stew. And I have seen birria tacos on social media, but I never understood the cultural importance behind it. And learning about its traditional preparation helped me appreciate how much time and effort goes into making it. And when I researched it, I learned that it is a festive celebratory dish frequently served at special occasions like weddings and holidays, and it is known for its rich and spicy flavor. Even though the experience was meaningful, I definitely faced some challenges. The biggest one was how fast everyone was talking. Spanish spoken by native speakers is much faster than what I've heard in class, so at times it was difficult to process what they were saying. One thing I also struggled with was the verb conjugation, because in class we take time to think through the grammar rules, but in real conversation everything happens instantly, and trying to respond with proper conjugation was stressful. Another challenge was maintaining speaking confidence. I was nervous about making mistakes or mispronouncing words, but I also knew I needed to try in order to improve. But the environment was supportive, which helped a lot, because the workers were encouraging me to speak, and when I mispronounced a word, they'd simply smile and correct me. And on top of trying to comprehend what they were saying, they also had an accent that made the flow of their speech even harder to follow, but the words that I recognized made it easier to understand what they were trying to say. But yeah, that was my experience at Tacos Mexico, and I think you guys should try it because the food there was really good, and the environment was just really nice.